Ok. Ah, esclude promozioni a pagamento. Ops, forse non mi conviene toglierlo. Ok. Ok. Alrighty. Let me just do the. Let me just go live on Facebook as well. Smokey Eye. Glam. Frankie. And Smokey Eye. Glam with Frankie. First. Oh, what? Alrighty. Let me just. Okay. I apologize that I'm late, but seriously, tonight I had so many issues with setting up my live stream because I mean I haven't been doing this for so long recent. I mean, when was it last time? I don't even remember. Probably before summer, sometime before summer. So it has been a really, really long time. Hello, before coming back in streaming, and so I really had to set up my new um, lights and everything. Thank you for the heart. So I'm live on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube and on Facebook. Now, I apologize, but my cat is driving me crazy. So I'm hoping that she doesn't, knock down my camera or my lights or my computer. So I'm just trying to understand if she has good intentions or if she wants to be naughty or if I have to probably lock her somewhere. Maybe not. Okay, so in case we can start, let me just tell people on Instagram that we are here now live. Also, tell people to no, no, no. I'm sorry. The thing is that she bites the wires. So here's Chuchu, just to let you meet my cat who's being very naughty. Hello. Hi. I don't know what you wrote on YouTube, so please. Can you speak in English? Okay. So hopefully my cat will stop. Anyway. Okay, as I said, let me just tell people on Instagram. So, oh, Chuchu no. So, I'm now live on Facebook and on YouTube if you want to follow me. And let's do this brown smoky eye together and follow along. Okay. So unfortunately, the thing is that I created on Facebook an event. And just before going live, I deleted the event because for some reason it didn't allow me to go live from the event. So I need to figure that out actually and try to understand why it happened. If it's just because I'm streaming from my phone on Facebook, or if I need to stream from my computer. So we need to see how it goes. Now I'm trying to understand if there is a delay on YouTube. which there might be. So let me just log in and see my YouTube channel. I'm sorry if it's taking time. Be patient with me. It's like the first times. I promise that tomorrow it will be different. By the way, tomorrow probably we will do this at a different time because in the evening I will not be at home. So probably we need to do this before and hopefully in the afternoon. I will let you know. So let me just understand and see if I can hear myself from YouTube. Let me just check. Oh. Okay, so yeah, it seems I don't have any problems on YouTube. It's just something that I see myself. Okay, I was just, you know, checking all the technical things. Okay, let's get started now. Now it's really time to get started. So, hair out of the way. Oh, sorry. And let me sanitize my hands because I touched my cat. I'm sorry if I keep on scratching my nose, but I see all the fur, the cat's fur flying around, which is a nightmare. I hate it. So let me grab my hand sanitizer because before touching your face, make sure that your hands are sanitized and that you have washed them, which is important because whatever you do, you're touching your face. So whatever is on your hands will transfer on your face or on other people's faces if you are a makeup artist or you're doing your friend's makeup whatsoever. So make sure that you have washed and sanitized your hands. It's really important because bacteria then builds up on the face and it can be a problem anyway. You don't want that. Alrighty. What can we do? So I showed you, if you have been following me and you know that I published this event before on Instagram and I showed you what I'm going to use in order for you to follow along. I was showing that we're gonna prime our skin and we're gonna do just a little skincare. I'm not gonna use a lot of products to prime my skin. I'm just gonna use one thing. And by the way, just to let you know, okay, I'll go by grades. So we're gonna prime our skin, and I'm gonna make sure first of all that you have washed your skin because you want a good skin in order for your makeup to last. If your skin is dehydrated, flaky, not washed, too oily, or whatsoever, that's gonna be a problem because that's gonna affect your makeup. That's going to affect the results. That's going to affect the longevity of your makeup. So that's something that you don't want because, so we're doing a festive makeup look. We want it to last throughout the night, hopefully. So that's why you want to prep your skin. So we cleansed our skin and hopefully you have exfoliated like the night before. And now we need to hydrate the skin because also it's important that your skin is hydrated in order for your makeup to last. Now, what I'm going to use is my favorite, actually, oil-free moisturizing lotion, which is this one from COSRX, which is a Korean brand. And by the way, I do have an affiliation code with this one. So you get a discount if you use my code and you help me also. I will get a little bit of how do you say this in English? I'm sorry. I'll get a little bit of no. So a little percentage on your buy. So you know I'm a small creator and I make a living up from what I do. So please, if you want to help me, you can buy this using my discount code. Or you can buy whatever products you want on Yes Style using my discount code. Now, remember my discount code? I'll write this in the description box because I never remember it. And plus, you may want to use a link, hopefully. So I'm trying to find my discount code and hopefully I will find it somewhere. where? Let me just quickly look. Anyway, apart from, if you don't want to use my discount code, it doesn't matter. But this product is really good. And as I said, it's great under your makeup. Now, let me just, maybe I managed. Okay, so my discount code on Yes Style is YS5 Frankie. YS5 Frankie. And it's all written in capital letters. With that said, that apart, let's start. So, yay! So, well, I'm gonna generously get, it's kind of gelish, as you can see, like a little gel. And it smells of oil tea tree, which is nice. It's not too strong though, so it's okay. And we're going to generously apply it on our face. Now the good thing is, and on the, oh, don't forget the neck. The good thing is that it's oil free, so it's good for all skin types, even oily skin, because don't forget that oily skin needs hydration as well. Now, I'm not going to apply it on the eyes. Although it's oil free, I do have oily lids, but I don't want to apply it on the eyes because I don't want to get them too slippery, let's say, and too oily maybe. So I'm just going to apply it around my face and on the neck. Now, you have to wait a couple of minutes for it to dry. Not so much, it dries pretty much quickly. So once it's done, what we're going to do is, as I said, actually, no, I didn't say this. I started applying moisturizer first, even though I'm not going to do my skin first. We're going to do the eyes before. Now, although this is a natural makeup, which because it's a smoky eye, so it's not like, we're not going to use vibrant colors or strong colors. So we could also do our face first and then our eyes. I will always do the eyes first, because I don't want to end fall out, and it's just, you know, a way of doing. But you can do the face before and the eyes after, whatever you want. But in this case, I'm allowing also my my lotion to penetrate the skin and to get dry before I apply other products on top. Alrighty, now let's start with the eyes. If you have seen my picture on Instagram, let me probably grab it quickly if I manage. I showed you that, yeah, for the eyes, we're going to use a few things. Now, first of all, I use usually an eye primer, and I do like to use my Urban Decay eye primer potion, which helps my eyeshadow last longer. But another thing that you can use, in fact, in my Instagram stories, I was saying, like, prepare your eye primer and or use a light concealer. This concealer is really good to prime your eyes. It really sticks. At the beginning, it will look like it's gonna crease. It's gonna crease. But once you set it with your eyeshadow, it's not going anywhere. So I can avoid using my primer potion because I'm gonna use just a concealer. Now it just depends what you wanna do, because the primer potion will give you a little bit of color, but it will not even out completely like your skin coloration or discoloration, while this will cover completely whatever veins or whatever you have on your eyes, so on your eyelid or on your eyes in general. So yeah, it just gives you a perfect base. Now the thing is, this is very light, by the way. I think it's one of the lightest. It's Porcelain shade 320. And well, according to your skin color, you should use a lighter one anyway, just to let you know, because we want a lighter base in order for the colors to come through stronger. Now, another thing, I don't, yeah, I might go for, yeah, I'm thinking, okay, I'll tell you what I'm thinking, otherwise you're like, oh, Frankie, you always think about it to yourself. You never tell us what you're thinking. So I'm thinking about my eyebrows, because usually what happens is, if you want a structured brow, what you want to do is use this to define your eyebrow, especially your underbrow. So you might want to do your eyebrows first and then define them if you want a defined brow. I'm thinking about like, should we do that? Yeah, why not? Okay, so to define my brow, I'm gonna use a pencil, a brow pencil. You can use also a brow powder or an eyeshadow, a matte brown eyeshadow. Keep in mind that your eyebrows are a cold shade. So don't, unless you're red, you might want to try and use cold shades. Now, a good taupey brown and from MAC is it Mystic or Mystery? Oh gosh, I don't have it written anymore. Like, I can't read it. Wait. Mystery, a little bit. Yeah, Mystery. This eyeshadow over here, name is Mystery. And this is a really nice brown shade, matte, and cold for your eyebrows. Otherwise, if you use a warm shade, like your eyebrows will look kind of reddish. That's not something, unless you're going for it, that's not something you want to achieve. I'm going to use a pencil. This is a NYX NYX pencil, and the color is ash brown. And it has a spoolie on one end, and of course, it's like a mechanical pencil on the other. Now, what you want to do is brush your eyebrows upwards. So I haven't actually cleaned my eyebrows, and by cleaning I mean like plucking them with tweezer. So I'm gonna I see a few sparse hairs that I can take out, and I know that I don't need. I'm gonna do that quickly. Hope you don't mind. And I'm sorry. Ooh, I was gonna grab the wrong one. Alrighty. Yeah, that should do. And especially here, something that I really hate. Now, if you have been following me for some time, you have seen me talking about the golden rule. As I told you, no filters. I'm going no secrets. I am explaining everything. The golden rule. From the inner corner of your nose, of the point of your nose upwards, passing through the inner corner of your eye, like this, up. This is where your eyebrow starts. Same on the other side. This is where the eyebrow starts. Then, Then what you want to do is, where should my eyebrow finish? Again, place it now not on the outer corner of the point, but outer corner of the nose, passing through the outer corner of the eye, like this. That's where the eyebrow should finish. And you can dot it over there. Same on the other side. That's where it should be. Okay? Sometimes I actually bring it a little bit lower. It's just a preference. While the arch needs to be from the point, outer corner of the inner point, outer corner of the point of your nose. Look straight. It needs to pass from the iris, so the middle of your eye. And this is where the point should be. Sorry. It looks like, yeah. Yeah, seems so. I thought it was going to be a little bit far away. Hello? Yeah, this is correct. Sometimes I also like to measure them, pointing like this, but it does seem like, yeah, it's correct. Yeah, okay, fine. So that's how it should be. Now, what you want to do is connect the dots. So we're going, oh, by the way, I'm going to just say this in Italian because maybe people don't know. Se siete italiani e avete bisogno che io parli in italiano, scrivetelo. Sarò ben lieta di... fatemi vedere se... No, ok. Sarò ben lieta di tradurre in italiano. The same goes in English. If you have questions, please do ask. Se avete domande, chiedete. Okay, so I'm going to go for a structured brow. I'm going to connect the points. So from here, now I'm going to leave actually a little bit of millimeters here, a little space, because it looks like, how can I say, it looks, it's more natural if you leave a little space over here and you don't like it, you don't want a block or a full block eyebrow, you want something natural, and it's normal for here to be like sparse and not fully fluffy, covered, colored. So we're gonna start a little bit, a few millimeters far from the beginning. I actually watched a video, by the way, sorry, and we're gonna go where the arch is and then the arch, the point, the tail. Okay, so I watched a video from one of a famous makeup artists. So his name is Hugo. I think he is Selena Gomez's makeup artist, by the way. And his way of doing eyebrows was really interesting. So I might try to adopt his way and, you know, test it and see how it goes, because I really loved how natural they looked and how nice they were. And I really think it's a good way of doing eyebrows. So yeah. Now, as I said, from the point, I'm going towards the tail. Oops, sorry. And since we have no makeup, ciao, buonasera. Since we have no makeup on, we can, you know, use a Q-tip if you need to correct or, you know, do whatever you need. And yeah. Or use your finger or whatsoever. Okay. So more or less, that's it. Now we're going to do the under part. Now, the under part needs to be like I wouldn't say a straight line because it's not a straight line, because I do have a little arch, but it needs to be like smooth, corrected in one way, in one, no indentation, just like it needs to look like it was done in one stroke. We're not going to do it in one stroke. Hi! What do you mean by toot? Like a little sound or something? So because there is a printer going on, I mean working, so you might hear like bling bling or ding ding ding. I don't know, my way of making sounds is funny, but oh no, it wasn't a fart, my dear. No, at all. There is a 3D printer going working, and it moves, so you might hear it like moving around. I can even show you if you want. Alrighty, so as I said, it needs to be done in like it needs to look like it was done in one stroke, even though we're not going to do it in one stroke. I'm always using, oh, it could be the chair, or I'm also using a trolley near me, or you know, different things can be. So as I said, small strokes. Don't worry if you do mistakes, if you make any mistakes. We can clean that later, because as I said, we're doing a structured brow and we're going to clean it with concealer. By the way, thank you for joining. Okay, now I'm sorry if sometimes I will stop talking, but I kind of need a little bit, like I need my face to be firm, especially if you see like the way I'm applying my eyebrows, I'm resting my hand with my pinky finger on my cheek. So sometimes if I talk, like I'm moving my face, and that could affect the application of the makeup. Anyway, just to let you know that sometimes I might stop talking, and that's the reason. Remember always that you can brush upwards with the spoolie. You can always brush upwards with a spoolie. And or you might want to use your left hand, lift your eyebrow, and fill in, or I don't know, for example, I can't reach this part over here. So I'm going to lift it and better draw it. As you can see, I'm going very light-handed. Yeah. And I'm going to keep it this way. I'm going to clean it then later. And now what I'm going to do is fill my eyebrows in. Now, another thing or technique, if you want, is to use two colored pencils. And by two colored pencils, I mean two different colors. Like, as I said, this is ash brown, right? Yes, which is a lighter brown. It's still the color of my eyebrows, but it's lighter. But I also have another color, which is espresso. And what you want to do if you want a more three-dimensional eyebrow and like a more natural looking eyebrow, is to fill in the first part of your eyebrow with the lightest shade, and the tail especially, and like this part over here with the darkest shade. That will give your eyebrow a three-dimensional. Sorry, I heard like a noise and I was like, what's happening? Because my cat is over here, so I couldn't understand. A three-dimensional. Oh, by the way, you might also hear my fridge, which is totally noisy. Okay, so what you want to do is like, in the first part, now, before going on the first part of the eyebrow, what you want to do is check your pencil, and if it's too round, and you want to be precise, and you want it to be like, you want your lines to be as the thinnest as possible, you need to sharpen it. Like how to, and the question is how to sharpen pencil, mechanical pencil, brow pencils. How to sharpen brow mechanical pencils. Yes, Frankie, we can do it. What you want to do is like take up the point, like a small, just a few millimeters, and grab a tissue. Now you want to do this on a surface, on a flat surface. I'm going to do it on my phone just to show you. Okay, just to show you how it works. This is the brow pencil. I just took out a few millimeters from the point, and you want to draw on the Kleenex, on the napkin or whatsoever you have, the tissue, until you don't see the point anymore. In that case, once you twist it and the point comes back out, it's going to be flat. Can you see? I think you can see it perfectly. Hopefully you can see it as well on YouTube. It's flat. And this will allow you to draw thin lines. And that's what you want to do when you draw the first part of your eyebrow. These little lines you want to draw here, that's what you want to do. Sorry, but I see like a little cat here. And you're going upwards. Is my window open? No. Doesn't look so. Sorry. Being distracted. If you're like, while doing your brows, if you apply too much pressure, remember that the spoolie also is used also to soften the pencil and to make it better blend into your eyebrows. Alrighty? Now, I wouldn't do more than this. I'm going to do now quickly the second eyebrow because we need to get on with this lesson. So, as I said, a few millimeters from the start. Go towards the point. Towards the tail. Now, as I said, you can use the Q-tip. I like my arch to be like much rounder now. Otherwise, if your arch is too arched, pass me that term, it's gonna be, you're gonna look angry. So that's not something you don't want. I'm sure of it. I'm thinking like, did I go to, so I'm drawing a little bit like my tail on the side. Alrighty, let's do the same on this side. Make sure to look both eyebrows so that they are even. Sorry. And don't worry if you do any mistake. You can always use a Q-tip, or you can just wait to correct it with the concealer. Now, I did a mistake over here because I think I went too high. And I'm going to just correct it. Now, I'm going to see if I went too low because, you know, remember that eyebrows are not twins, they're sisters, especially if you're not using gel products or creams. So, in that case, it's a different story. But with pencils or eyeshadow, you can play with it. It's not a problem. This brow is thicker. I need to adjust my tail, but I'm not going to do it now. I need to pluck a few here. But I'm not going to do it now. Okay, so alrighty. As I said, sharpen it quickly so that you have a flat point. And do first part of the brow, clicking upwards. Alrighty. Spoolie. Don't make them too heavy, by the way. You can always add, and remember, as I always say, layering is key. Layering is your best Alrighty. Another way to check if they're even is like make that angry face I always say, which is like look down, straight ahead, and you can see if like you went too high on one side, like especially the arch, or if you need to adjust the other side. As I said, I don't like my arch to be too arched. I do see here. This needs to be okay. This is okay, and I think they're pretty much equal. Now, except for this part, but pass it. Think of it as. Now I know they look strange, don't worry. What we're gonna do now is apply concealer. And with the concealer, we are going to prep our lids, so prime our lids, and clean the arch. Now, I think, okay, yeah. Where are my brushes? So let me just grab my brushes that I prepared in advance. Here they are. Okay, so I don't need to look at them continuously. Just let me set up my state station here. Okay. Okay, so what we need is a flat brush, and I'm going to use this one over here. It's from P. Louise. And, okay. And as I said, my L'Oreal concealer. I'm going to use the back of my hand. I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer over here. Like this. I'm going to grab the concealer with the brush. And then I'm going to carve my brows. So I'm going very straight. And I'm actually so what you want to do basically, you're carving the shape, you're going straight, and then once it's done, bring it down. Now I can arch, like I can pull my eyebrow up because the shape is there. So I'm not going to do any mistake. If I need more, grab more concealer. Okay. Alrighty. Now what you want to do is apply it all over the lid, and then we're going to buff it in. I'm going to use a brush to do that. But yeah. We're going to do the same on the other eye. So as you can see, this is going to act as we carved our brows and we evened any discoloration. It's going to prime our lid, make our eyeshadow last longer, and enhance eyeshadow colors. Even though we're going to use brown, but it's going to act also as a base. Now, what I want to do is I grabbed, this is actually a setting brush, but it's perfect for concealer application or foundation application. And I'm going to buff the edges so that they are not too harsh. Remember, I'm going to keep the beginning anyway. Like, I'm not going to buff where the eyebrow is, but I'm going to buff under it, towards the nose, towards the temple, and on the lid. Now you can use also a sponge to do this. I'm not doing this now because I forgot my sponge in the other room, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Nothing. This is another technique anyway. And as I said, it's gonna crease, it's normal. But anyway, we want a nice transition, like towards the nose and towards the temple. So that when we're going to apply foundation, it's gonna better blend, and it's not gonna be like a harsh line, and when you apply your foundation, it's gonna transition better. Hope that makes sense. I'm trying to find the English words for it. Hopefully it's correct. And as I said, don't worry about creasing. It's not gonna affect your makeup. Okay, let's do the other eye. By the way, I'm doing it with a relaxed eyebrow, a relaxed eye, especially when you carve it. Otherwise, it's gonna look funny and you're gonna completely change the shape. Some people actually also, some people, I don't know if they are actually makeup artists, but anyway, they use a flat brush. Like, they apply it horizontally instead of like me applying it vertically. They actually position the brush horizontally and then pull. I find that actually a little bit difficult. I prefer using the point, the flat point of the flat brush. By the way, if you don't pluck your eyebrows, it's not a problem. You can also define them with this technique, going on top of the hair that is sparse, or like more than sparse, I should say, that is not in the brow, and like under here on the arch. You can cover it with the concealer. Kind of did that to make it look even. I just did that on a few here, and then I had here. I should pluck. I'm sorry, but the table keeps on moving. Alrighty, let's go back with the blending brush. Let's call it blending brush. The brush that we used to blend. What we want to do also, like by doing this, you're also taking away the stickiness, well, not the stickiness, but the oiliness of the concealer. actually matte. Can you see the difference between the two? It dries more. Well, if I apply eyeshadow directly while it's still kind of wet, what happens is that my eyeshadow will crease for sure. While by doing this, it's not going to crease. It's going to last longer. Make sure you go in the inner corner over here, this inner corner, especially if you have deep set eyes. You want that to be covered as well. Sorry that I keep thinking that the window is open because I hear very well cars and the motorcycles passing. With all these lights, I can't see it, but it doesn't look like it is. Alrighty. Once you're satisfied, we're gonna start with the colors. I'm not gonna go more than that, otherwise it will look like too white. Alrighty. I think I did apply a little bit more on this eye than on this one. Alright. Let me just grab, let me just clean my hand. Okay, so what you want to do now is grab the first brown eyeshadow that we're going to use. As I said in the stories, in my, actually, I have two options. I can go directly with my eyeshadow, or I can use a cream eyeshadow under to better intensify the eyeshadow that I'm going to apply after. So it really depends on what you're going for. In fact, I actually, in the picture that I took for my Instagram stories, I think I showed this product over here, which is a pencil from Nudestix, and the color is Big, and it's a really nice taupey brown. We could use this as a base, I think. Yeah, could be. Should I not? Or should I go? Should I not, or should I go? The thing is that I didn't even bring other brushes with me, so if I need to blend, then I might have a problem. Should I do this? Okay, so you know what? Just clean a brush quickly. Okay. So I'm gonna use a cream eyeshadow just to show you how to apply creams before and eyeshadow after. And I'm going to apply it all over my lid, mobile lid. So first, make sure that you have no creasing. And I'm going to do one eye after the other. So I'm going to do first one eye and then set it, and then do the other, just because this pencil pretty much sets quickly, so you need to work it. And otherwise it would not give me the time to work. And I'm already kind of giving it the shape. I don't need to be precise. And yeah, grab a pencil brush. This is actually a little bit thicker and bigger than a pencil brush. And I'm tapping on it and kind of bringing it round. So smooth the edges with the brush, tap on it where I applied it, and then why am I tapping? Because the product is sticky and it's difficult if you try to kind of, you know, move it around. You can, but it doesn't move too much. Well, if you tap, pat, call it what you want, it's kind of easier. Remember that we're going to apply eyeshadow afterwards, so it's going to be okay. It's just the base that you're creating for the eyeshadow to stick onto and to... Now, another thing, you can skip the concealer part if you want. As I said, I'm a professional, so I will do more steps than you want or that you want to do or you might like or not like. Yeah. It's not a necessity. It's just a way of doing. And as I said before, feel free to ask any questions or translation in Italian or English. Alrighty. As you can see, I didn't go too high. I kept the round shape in the crease on the lid, and afterwards we're gonna go higher, but with the eyeshadow. Let's do the same on the other eye. Okay, sorry, I need to even out the concealer. Smooth the concealer. Then so as you can see, I kept it round as well. Pat and start dragging it towards the crease and in a round shape. Right, I need to scratch myself. Okay. Sorry, but I see. Ah. Okay, perfect. Keep it up. Alrighty. Try to smooth any harsh line that has formed and keep the shape as round as possible. So, by the way, we're going to do a round shape tonight. We're not going to go for an elongated or cat eye. I'm going to keep it round. Just because it's different. Probably you've never done it. And it's one of my favorite shapes, by the way. Alrighty. So this is base. Now let's go with one of my favorite brushes, which is the Zoeva 227. It's kind of a dupe brush of the 217 from MAC, although the MAC one is actually more tapered and pointy, while this one is not, but I really love it. Since I discovered it, it's been like, oh my gosh, it's one of my favorites. Alrighty, so as I said, we're going to use two shades, a lighter brown and a darker brown. This is a gel palette, the Clientelle gel palette from BPerfect. And we're going to use, as a middle shade, we're going to use Dirty Tan. And it's this shade over here. It's kind of a brownish orangish shade. And I loaded my brush, as you can see. Oh gosh. Pretty much went everywhere. Position. Okay, make sure to tap off the excess I usually use the back of my hand, or you can just, you know, tap on the palette, on your finger, on your hand, whatsoever. And make sure you have no crease in case, again, you always need, especially for when using cream products, make sure there is no crease before applying the powder. That's a must. You always have to check. Now, I'm going to set it quickly with Dirty Tan. I really like it. Like, can you see? And I'm going to go in my crease. I'm going to keep it on the lid and keep going around. And I'm starting to go a little bit on the crease, as you can see, but just, I have hooded eyes, by the way, so you should be able to see once I kind of open my eye and look straight forward, you can see how high I'm going. Alrighty, let's do the same on the other eye. Smooth any crease. Again, dirty hand, top off the excess, and on the lid to set, and then move towards the crease. Oh, there is a cat outside. She's meowing. She wants to enter. I know that cat. It's my neighbor's cat, by the way. But I already have a cat and they don't like each other. Okay, so set and start going upwards. Open the eye. Make sure they're even. And if you do any mistakes, you can correct that. So I'm going to have a little bit more of dark tan and apply it like here. And here. As you can see, I'm keeping them round. Now, once you're satisfied more or less with the shape, what you want to do is grab a fluffy brush, a clean fluffy brush. This is again from Zoeva, and this is another one of my favorite. It's the 228. What you want to do is smooth. It's clean brush. Ciao, a chi si è collegato adesso. Se volete che parli in italiano basta chiedere e anche fare domande. So I'm just saying in Italian that if you're Italian, you can ask me questions, or if you're not Italian, you can ask me questions, but whoever doesn't speak English, or whoever can ask me questions, but whoever doesn't speak English, they can ask it in Italian. That's what I wanted to say. Alrighty. So I'm smoothing, as you can see, the outer edge and kind of blending it and evening it like this with the clean brush. What you want to do now is, again, I'm going to stick to this brush, which I really love. And what you want to do now is grab a darker shade. And by darker shade, I'm going to grab this darker brown over here, which is too much. This one over here, too much. And with the same brush, I'm not going to clean. Not going to clean because I want it to blend together. sometimes you do want to clean it, or you want to grab a clean brush in order not to mix the two colors. But in this case, we want them to mix because we want a smoky effect. We want a smoky eye. So that's the purpose. Again, so we have this dark shade, tap off the excess, or like this, or like this, or like this, and start again in the middle. You want to apply it starting from the middle towards the oh my gosh, the lashes. Sorry, for some reason I couldn't remember the word. And then you want to start growing towards the edge, but at the same time you want to keep the lighter edge. So kind of like, as I said, on the lid and towards the edge, but not too much, because we want kind of a transition and a dark to light effect. Let's do the same with the other eye. Yeah, too much. And apply. I'm trying to speed. Yeah, I've seen it. Just to show you what was going on with the 3D printer, this was being printed, and the noises that you could hear was the printer printing this. Just to show you. Thank you. So we're keeping it round. We're keeping it on the lid. We're going towards the crease, but we're not going too much over. We want the transition shade to be there, which was the light colored brown. We can reapply it, and probably that's what I'm going to do. But you want two shades to blend together, but you want to be able to see the lighter brown as well. Okay, once you're satisfied, by the way, I love this brush. Okay, once you're satisfied, now I can see that I went a little bit low on this side. So to correct that, I'm gonna grab my brush, the previous one that sorry, I need to scratch myself, that I used with the concealer. So it still has on the concealer. I'm gonna look straight and I'm gonna correct it. You're kind of like deleting, let's say, canceling, correcting, fading the mistake. Yeah. Now, this was the clean brush, remember? Kind of blending the two shades together. And what we want to do as well is we can grab a little bit of the dirty tan, so the first brown that we used, with the clean brush, which was the 228 from Zoeva, and we can apply it around here on the edge. This is fluffier than this. and it's tapered as well. As you can see, this has a round shape, this has a flat shape. Yeah, that's what I want. Can you see? Can you see the dark to light? The transition. These noises outside. Now, again, if you think you applied too much, especially on the outer edge, grab again your concealer brush and go on it. It's gonna fade it and better blend it if needed. And I'm gonna reapply a little bit of this again. I keep on looking at both eyes to make sure they're even, especially the shape and of course the blending. I do need to apply a little bit more of the darkest shade on this side though. I'm just using what's on the brush, by the way, yeah? I think it goes well. Alright, I think that could be okay. Now we're going to apply our black liner, and we're going to blend that, and we're going to proceed with the rest. Okay, so for black liner, I'm going to use Feline by MAC, which is this one over here, as you can see. And sorry, I'm just trying to find, yeah, sharpener. Oh, yeah, okay, found it. Okay, so Feline. I'm going to line my upper lash line with the black. I'm not being precise, by the way, as you can see. And, sorry. And I'm going to do a little bit wing. Now, the thing is that, unfortunately, the point is not as sharp as it should. And this pencil is really soft, which is something that I don't really like. I mean, for some verse, I do, but for some others, I don't. So I'm going to keep it like that, and I'm going to create the point with a small brush. This is again a Zoeva brush, and this is a 240. As you can see, it's a very small pencil brush. And we're going to blend and soften the black line. Sorry, but I need to. So what you want to do is, when you need to get in to the lashes, you need to pull, like close the eye, pull it down, close your eye like looking down, or in this case I need to close because I can't look down, and pull, trying to keep your eye closed so that you can go in between the lashes. You see how I managed to better smudge the liner again. Then pull upwards. Now what I want to do is, if this is too still, not too thin, you can grab a small angled brush and you can pull with this. Yeah, much better. Now, if you need, you can always grab your angled brush, run through it, through the liner, the pencil liner, and draw. Now, what you want to do is, wait, I'm going to do the same on the other eye before going forward. Oh, my light may give So again, I'm going to grab the small pencil brush and put this down and better blend. Pull upwards, and if you're not precise, again go back with the small angled brush, the black pencil. Marco, mi fai un favore, mi prendi un secondo il cavo per la light? Sorry, I need to, per lo specchio. No, nel frattempo, perché siccome mi dice che la batteria si sta finendo. Alright, so thank you. Perfect. Look and try to make them even. So unfortunately, I went too low on this one. I need to correct it. Oh, come on. I actually like the point of this one better than this one, but anyway. There you go. Sorry about my cat is on the table and she's scratching. Okay, maybe she finished. She was scratching herself, so my lights were, especially my mobile was going like whoa, whoa, whoa. Alrighty, I did a little mistake. Don't worry. Q-tip. Q-tip solves everything. And I'm gonna grab a pointed Q-tip. This one over here. I'm going to correct it. Now you can also grab concealer, but I don't actually want to in this moment because I'm going to do my under eye and I'm going to blend it in, so this should probably kind of correct itself later. So I'm just going to keep it that way. Otherwise, I'm going to do a little bit of like color correct, not color. I'm going to grab a concealer and correct it with concealer. Chuchu no. Point over here. Okay, and point over here. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a black eyeshadow. Always again with a small pencil brush. This one over here. And I'm going to smooth the edges and intensify black. Plus also set the pencil. This is also why you want to do it before applying your face, because when you work with black and it goes all over the place, that's difficult to correct. Trust me. So I like a thick liner, thick line. You might want to do it like thinner if you want. Okay, now I did go. So I do need some. Oh! I can't see what I was thinking. I can do this because it's clean and this is just concealer. Okay. I might want to correct this. Can you see? I went a little bit too thick. But I'll see that later. So just smooth line. I'm sorry. Sorry if this may take some time, but you want to be precise. especially if you have fluted eyes like me. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to correct this. Remember the flat brush that we had before? It still has concealer. We're going to correct it. Sorry? Borsellino verde. Ci dovrebbe essere dentro il mio. Okay, so if you need more concealer, we can use that if you find it. So this is correcting the shape, as you can see. And if you need, you can always go back with the black. Alrighty? I wouldn't go more than this. I wouldn't do more than this, and I won't go further than this. I can actually use this pencil brush, which is clean, to kind of, you know, blend and smooth the concealer that I used to correct. Alright, now what we're going to do is clean our under eye. And to do that, I'm sorry, I have to use, I'm not a fan of wipes, but they're gifted. These were gifted, by the way. I didn't buy them, so I'm using them so I can finish them, and that's it. Otherwise, it makes no sense anyway to keep them and throw them away anyway. So, plus, they do the job. So, hello. That's why I don't like this pencil liner, because it's very soft and it's easy to create a mess out of it. Even though it's MAC. Probably should blend that better. No, it's not the moment. It's too wet. Okay, so clean. Wait for it to dry. And once it's dry, hopefully, you just grab a tissue to let's grab the pencil brush that we used. Was it this one? Yeah, before, to better blend the concealer. Okay, much better. Perfect. Okay, now what you want to do is we're going to apply our faces. So the eyes are pretty much done. We will highlight, and if you want, I can show you also how to kind of give it a more Christmassy evening look. But for now, I would go forward with the face. So for the face, as I said, as I already showed you, I'm going to use two different foundations. Or actually, I'm going to mix a foundation with a BB cream. And I've never mixed these two together, so I have to say that it's kind of experimenting, because they do seem to me oil-free. This is the Max Factor Radiant Lift, which has like golden pigments in it, so it really makes your face glow, but it's really dry. And I wanted to mix it with this, which is actually also oil-free, and it's actually a little bit more dewy. Now, the thing is that you need to mix two foundations that are silicone-based or oil-based or water-based together. So they do seem to me to have the same base, but I might be wrong. So I'm kind of experimenting so that I can see, and in case I can suggest or use it for my clients. So here we are. To do so, I'm going to use a plate. This is makeup artist plate, and I'm going to use one pump. Okay, that wasn't the totally wrong direction. Okay, one pump and a half, let's say. And I'm going to use another pump of this is, by the way, Glowish by Huda Beauty, the BB cream. Se avete domande in italiano, se volete che io parli in italiano, basta chiedere. So let me just clean the mess that I created. Because the first pump didn't land on the plate, but it did land on the table though. Now, oh, my table is gonna be glowy, luminous. The foundation. Okay, that was quick. Alrighty. I still think that the window is open. Alrighty. I'm gonna use a fluffy brush. Actually, this is brush from Real Techniques. It's called Instapop. It's usually for cheeks. I love it to apply foundation, by the way, and here it is. I'm going to work the two together. And, oh, I forgot to prime my face. I'm sorry. We're going to use that a couple of minutes later. So, to be quick, I'm going to use my hands. This is a primer for the face, and this is the Marshmellow primer from NYX. And just 1.5 pump to smooth the face. And usually I would have done that with the foundation brush, but unfortunately I used it, so for now I can't. And I'm applying it on the nose, on the face, and on the forehead. Now the thing is that this primer is a really nice primer, I have to say. It smells really good, by the way. And it contains, I think, like racine de guimauve. It does contain other ingredients though, which I don't remember now. But it looks really nice. I mean, the ingredient list looks nice, and I liked what it contained. And so that's why I bought it. Now, I'm sorry, I don't remember the exact ingredients the reason why I picked it up, like, oh yeah, it contained this ingredient, it was nice, I don't remember, and it doesn't say so. But anyway, I've been using it as a primer, which counts, and I can recommend this, so I really like it as a primer. It smoothens the skin, it hydrates, it does give you a little bit of hydration, and it helps you apply your makeup evenly, and it does last longer. So, alrighty, now let's go with the foundation. Here we go. So I'm applying it all over my face. I did not use too much, and probably I'm going to regret this because I might need a little bit more. Sorry, I need to proper sit. Okay. Grazie. Thank you. And so I'm starting. I usually start from the lower part of my face and I move upwards. But some people or some makeup artists start from the middle and then move outwards, or from the outer part of the face and then move inwards. It really depends on what you want to achieve and the technique. Now, in this case, there's no specific reason, I have to say. It's just that I have a fringe. So even though I don't apply too much on the forehead, nobody's going to notice. Plus, I have to say also that I have an oily forehead. So I just apply like what is left on the brush. Because when you have oily parts of the face, especially like the nose or the forehead, you want to apply less product in order to, minimize the oil and minimize creasing, minimize any problem that may occur during the day. So that's why you want to apply less foundation in specific areas of the face. So I'm going on the neck. Don't forget, the jawline needs to be smooth on the neck. And what is left on the nose. Upwards in the middle. We're blending with the concealer that we used before, the white one, remember? Sorry. Yeah, just now, as you can see, it did not blend very well on the nose, which I don't really like, but we're going to use concealer to better blend. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a few pumps of the the Glowish. And we're going to smoothen the foundation. And as you can see, when I apply foundation, I use a patting motion. I'm not using a swirling motion or other type of motions. I'm using a patting motion or feathering. It depends actually on the area, because sometimes I might want to feather, but mostly I'm patting. So it helps the foundation sink into the skin. It helps the longevity of makeup of the foundation. I know it takes some time though to do this, so you might want to work it into the skin. And yeah. Alrighty. I really like doing this though. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply concealer so that I can better. Can you see it's not sticking on the nose? So I can better cover the nose. Alright, let's leave it like this and let's do the concealer. For concealer, I'm going to use, should I use this brush? Or should I use this brush? So I'm going to use just for, yeah. So I'm going to wipe a little bit, if it wipes. Oh, it doesn't seem to have, so much product left, so it's okay. So I'm going to use the concealer brush that I used before, and I'm going to use different concealers. Now, I like to blend two concealers, and one is a little bit like on the orange side to cover my dark under eye circles, and one is more on the lightest side. And the two concealers are Bourjois Healthy Mix and Fit Me Maybelline. Now, I really like the combination of the two because Bourjois color corrects because it's a little bit of, it has a little bit of orange, and my under eye circles go towards more on the bluish side, while this gives a little bit more of light, and these two really blend very well together. So that's why I like doing one and then the other. Plus, the Bourjois Help Me Mix doesn't move and doesn't crease too much, which is a plus, especially if you're over 30 like me. If you're 20, hello, you don't need to think about creasing. Lucky you. So, what I'm doing is I'm working the concealer in the brush, the bristles, and then I'm applying it on my under eye. And then towards the nose. So this area. And this way. Let's do the same. Sorry, I need to scratch on the other eye. By the way, if needed, go here. Okay, let's do the same on the other eye. You might want to grab a little bit more concealer. Now, keep in mind that when applying concealer, you want to layer, which is important. Especially if you're over 30, layering is key because you don't want to apply a lot of concealer as it will cause creasing. Concealer creases. You need to find a good one. But the less you apply, the better it is. Just need to cover your under eye, discoloration, and a little goes a long way. So yeah. And again, can you see I'm always using a patting motion? Also because with some products, if you don't pat, you will see like the stripes of the brush. While with patting motions, you will not. Okay, now what you want to do is, as I said before, apply the lightest concealer. The lightest concealer will help you with giving you like some dimension to the face. So you want to apply it like in the middle of the nose, on the forehead, middle of the nose. Now try to make a straight line and don't go too thick like I did. But in case, anyway, we're gonna contour, so we're gonna correct this, otherwise it looks too wide. We're gonna apply a little bit over here, a little bit over here, the same on the other side. And another trick, if the concealer is too creamy, now you can do this directly with the applicator, the dough applicator of the concealer. I'm not going to do this because I use these on my clients as well. So I need them to be not contaminated. And then on the Cupid's bow and on the chin. These are the places where you want the light to go. if you did any mistake, you can always go back with the foundation brush and blend. If the concealer is too creamy, leave it as I did. Let it set a little. It will dry. It will become more dense, and then you can work with it. That's another little trick that you might want to know. Alrighty. Let's contour. Now, to contour, another thing that you can do is use a darker foundation. I'm going to use this Born to Glow, and this is the color Walnut, which is a very dark red brown. Because the purpose of, okay, I used too much. You don't need much. The purpose of contouring is to bring shadows back to your face. So if you can use a warm shade, which is lovely as well. I do use also warm shades. I actually like to mix them, but a cold shade is much better. Now keep in mind that I used too much. Don't worry. So I'm going to mix it with what is left of the foundation. But in case it's not a problem, because we're going to blend anyway into the skin. So I'm going to look like a little clown. Don't worry. So where do you want to contour? This is what you want to do when you contour. Now you want to contour and bring and lift your face. So I feel I have something in my eye. I don't see anything though. Whatever. I did not set my makeup yet, so creasing is still going to be there. It's normal. And as I said, the Bourjois doesn't crease a lot. Once it's set, it doesn't move anyway. So what you want to do is contour. Now I want to lift my cheeks, my cheekbones. So I want to contour over here, and I'm going to contour a little bit like around my cheek. I'm not just, some makeup artists actually stop over here, like don't go more down than this, which is okay, but I'm going to bring it a little bit more forward and more around there, kind of give a more of a soft look. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to contour over here on my forehead. I know I look like a clown, don't worry. We're going to blend. On my jawline, especially, I want a very pointy cheek, very pointy chin. It's like, I want my chin to be like pointy, slim. That's what I'm going for. So like this, then the rest over here and over here, because I want more of a like a very defined jawline. Okay, now for the nose, you might want to grab, if you're not familiar with contouring, you might want to grab a smaller brush. Otherwise, like this. Now I'm not being precise, by the way. And some makeup artists, actually it depends on the nose, you could go up, but I'm not going to do that because I already did my eyes. Plus, I don't need to have a narrow upper bridge, but I do have a little bit of a bulbous nose, and to contour correct a bulbous nose, you just want to do the correction on the lower part. Now, I don't like, sorry, this is my cat's fur going everywhere. I hate it. I'm sorry, I feel it. I can see it. Okay, it's out. So, what was I saying? Okay, to color correct. Color correct, yeah, you're gonna do a thin line. Mine is a little bit thick, I have to be sincere. But you want to do a thin line. And this is the bulbous nose. The point. I'm gonna correct the point of the nose because I don't want it to be like too downwards, but I want like my nose to be lifted upwards and look like, you know, I have a tiny nose with a tiny point that's actually up. That's what you want to go after. Alrighty. Now, blend. Grab, again, your foundation brush. This is your best friend, and it's going to help you blend because it already has a little bit of foundation in it. It's going to help you blend your contour into your existing foundation. Alrighty? Now, sorry, okay. Don't drag it too low. If you drag it too low, go back with, you can use your concealer brush as well. These become kind of like your erasers, by the way. Again. You can also use clean brushes, but I prefer using my foundation brush because it better blends what I used into the skin. I'm going upwards so that I don't go downwards. But if I go downwards, because you know, it might happen, grab the concealer brush and get that line back again. If needed, you can always go back with a little bit of foundation. Okay, let's do the forehead. So do it over here. Now I didn't do it, but I could have, and I can. Okay, now this is my hair. Apply a little bit of contour, like here, to narrow or lift like this my temples. It's my hair. Don't go too low because remember that we put the concealer here and went towards the temples, but at the same time we need some shadow because through light and shadow we create the lift of the face. Now for this part I'm going to use the concealer brush because this is too big. Alrighty. And again, concealer brush for the nose as well. I forgot I had to do my nose. I was like, what? Towards the upper part. Don't drag it too downwards because otherwise it will look strange. You want this part to be light. Okay, I might want to apply a little bit more foundation. should have brought more brushes, but anyway. Grazie. Now, as I said, I'm gonna grab a little bit of foundation. I'm sorry, but I keep on feeling. Yeah, here it is. Come on. It's here on the point of my nose. Okay. As I said, I'm gonna grab a little bit of foundation, and I'm gonna do around the nose. Okay, so you want the contour to be round and thin over here, the point of the nose, but on this side, like this part over here, and on this side, this part over here, you want it to be light, because otherwise, if you drag the contour too low, actually the nose is going to look wider. So that's something you don't want. So that's why I'm going back with a little bit of foundation, just a little bit to better blend and to bring the light back. And this is the lower part of the nose, by the way. Okay, another thing we can do is go back with a little bit of the Fit Me concealer. And go here, much better. Better blend. Okay. All right. Now, as you can see, I have some creasing going on. Oh, come on. I can see it, but I can't grab it. Sorry. I'm going to take away some crease, let of cord, to smooth any lines. Ciao, Choo-Choo. Choo-Choo's my cat, by the way. She just came and said hi. I felt her little nose. Okay, so do have some creasing going around. Smooth any lines. We still have not set the makeup, so it's normal for creasing to occur, by the way. Okay, what you want to do now is set the makeup. So to do so, I'm going to use this brush over here, which is an eyeshadow brush, but I'm going to use it to set my makeup. And I'm going to use one of my favorite setting powders. Choo-Choo! Sorry, I really need to make her get off. Sorry, but she really went on top of somewhere where she shouldn't have, and I think she's going to do it again. She's going to do it. Choo-Choo! Okay. Clean my hands. So I sanitized my hands, by the way. Okay, so as I said, one of my favorite setting powders is this one from Charlotte Tilbury, and I really love it. This is, by the way, as you can see, I hit pan. It's number 2, and probably, I am going to buy this product because I love it so much. It really gives you that like soft focus and sets your makeup. It's lovely. Make sure no creasing, and then set. If this It's not translucent, by the way. It does have a little bit of color, but I really love it. Can you see? I love it. I love, 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 love this. So I'm going to set my nose as well, especially where the light hits. Alrighty. Okay. My chin, especially because I'm wearing masks. Around my smile lines. And again. Yeah. That's it. Can you see the contour? Now, what you want to do is, apply blush. We should also do the under eye, but I'm going to apply blush. To apply blush, I'm going to use... I actually forgot to bring with me... Oh, no. I can use a palette. I actually forgot... Well, I could use a natural blush. This is from MAC, by the way, and I apologize. I really forgot to post about a blush. But what you can do... We're not going to use that. As I forgot, and we just have a palette, we are going to use an eyeshadow as a blush, which works really well. And I really like this Sweet As. I think it's a perfect shade for a blush. So we're going to use that. Can you see? And we're going to use it. This is, by the way, a brush from Kidstars S3 blush. It's for blush. So I like to apply it. See, this is a very lovely shade. To apply, like, in order to tap off the excess and better get the powder into the bristles, I use the back of my hand and then swipe it on the cheek. Now, don't worry if you apply too much. Remember that you can always use the foundation brush to better blend into the skin. Plus, don't smile. If you're over 30 when you apply your blush, don't smile. Because by smiling, your cheeks are going to go higher. And you're going to place, actually, the blush lower. So once your face becomes serious again, like your blush is going to be down here, and that's not what you want. So don't smile. So now, as I said, don't worry. We're applying a little bit too much, I know. But you want the blush to be on your cheek. I love blush, by the way. Okay? And grab again your foundation brush and tone it down. It's going to better blend into the skin. That's it. See? Magic. What can you do? Again. Cheek. And I'm going to go a little bit towards my temple. Always, because remember that if you have a round face and you want to elongate, to lift, you need vertical lines. That's the secret. If you want a more puffy face, because your face is too long, then you want horizontal lines. That's the thing. Now, I want more a lifted face than a puffy face. That's why I'm going upwards. This is a very lovely shade. Okay. Don't go too low. Not too near the mouth, and not too low. Kind of 2 fingers away from your lips. 2 fingers away from your lips. And kind of halfway your eye. That's what you want to do. Foundation brush. And blend. And if anything, again, go back with the concealer brush and clean. I'm sorry, but I do feel I have a problem tonight. I really have a serious problem. Okay. Alrighty. I don't know why I have some creasing going on here. I just set my makeup how is it possible? Probably the foundation was not perfect match. I'm using my finger to blend and to take off any excess. Alright, okay. Now, see, what you want to do is, what we're going to do is apply a little bit of contour. So I didn't do it before. I could have actually, but I like to do it after sometimes. And plus, I have to say that this contour shade, this contour in general, needs to be layered. So I like blending it into my blush. Plus, I like using the same powder, the same brush I used for my blush. Now, make sure. By the way, with what is left on the brush, so which is not too much, as you can see it's not leaving too much. I'm just gonna go on my forehead, on my chin, and a little bit on my nose, because it's kind of like completely ting, and even though you don't see it, but it will kind of like recall the different parts. I mean, it will recall and blend better. And how can I say this in English? It's gonna make it all come together. So yeah, sorry if you keep on seeing me that I'm looking up. It's because my camera is up and I'm streaming on YouTube, and here I'm streaming on Facebook. Just to let you know, for who joined after. Alrighty, so what you want to do now is, as I said, this is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is a sculpting palette. The name is Gasm, and you still have like a little bit of blush, a little bit of highlight, blush, a different type of blush, or like more golden highlight, which I love, and the contour shade. Now the contour shade, as I said, really is light and needs to be worked with. So it doesn't, I mean, you need to layer it for sure. Okay, so I did manage to grab a little. And now I'm gonna just blend it like here. Can you see a little bit the difference? And here. And here. Grabbing more. I'm like, is it coloring? Sometimes I really don't know if it's coloring. Yeah, it does color. It's just a matter of layering. Okay. That's my cat. She just pumped on the table. Okay. See, it's coming in. Yeah. I like this palette and this contour shade because it really blends very well, and you can really layer the product, and it really blends well into the skin. Oh, it's one of my favorite. Okay, so I'm applying it here. Now, another thing you can do is, if you want, you can apply these shades, just like a little swipe, what I like to do. And there you go. Especially this one is my favorite, by the way, just to let you know. And I like doing this. Really changes everything. Let's go with highlighter. Now, as highlighter, I really like this as well because it looks like super blending, super pigmented. It is, but it's subtle. I mean, you need to layer it. That's why I like Charlotte Tilbury's product, by the way. Products. You really need to build them into the skin, and they really look very natural, which is something that I love. See? Can you see how beautiful that glow is? I'm gonna apply also a little bit. Hi Cassie, how are you? A little bit on the bridge of the nose. A little bit on top of the choo no. Choo no. No. Yeah. A little bit on top of my eyebrow where the arch is. Here. Over here. Over here. And again, put it on the bridge of the nose. On the Cupid's bow, that's another part. How are you? If you're still there. Cupid's bow. And on the chin. If it's too much, use the finger to blend. And there you have it. I love it. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, the concealer isn't setting. So I'm going to apply a little bit more powder. I don't know why. Bear with me 2 seconds. We're just going to do the under eye quickly, lashes and lips, and done. We don't have much. We've been on for 2 hours. And 8 minutes. So. I don't want to apply too much because otherwise my under eye dries a lot. Okay, so what you want to do next, as we said, let's do our under eyes. Oh, Cassie's still there. Yay! I'm happy you're doing well. What have you been up to? All right, so what we're going to do now is, as I said, the under eye. Oh, come on. I hate it. I just said it. Why? Why are you creasing? Okay, let's do the under eye. So for the under eye, I'm going to use excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm going to use, if you remember the first brush that we used, that brush, that we used for the cream base. Okay, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to, with what is left on the brush, I'm going to just apply it on my under eye because it probably still has a little bit of, you see, it still has a little bit of the cream product left on. And then we're going to apply a little bit of the dirty tan, remember? So the light brown shade. Just a little bit. Oh, I went in the wrong pan. I touched the wrong pan. Okay, so just a little bit, tap off the excess or use the back of your hand and start applying it. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry that you felt bad and you've been sick. But yeah, it does. I still haven't got my booster yet. Probably next year, like the beginning of next year, I will. And yeah, but I felt sick like the first dose and the second dose, so I know how it is anyway. But yeah, good that you're better. I'm happy for you. It had to be done. I was sick both times, first dose and second dose. Like the first dose, I had a fever, not so high. The second dose, I had a high fever and pain all over my body. Can you believe that? Wow. All over. Like, tremendous. But then, fortunately, it just lasted like 1 or 2 days maximum, and then it was okay. It was over. Thank God. Alrighty, so use that shade. Now I'm gonna use, remember the small blending brush? Sorry, not the small blending, the small pencil brush that we used for the black. I'm gonna go in that. Why? Because it's precise. It still has the black, hopefully. Okay, so I did apply the black. Then I'm gonna go back with the brush that we used just now, one before, and blend. With what is left on the brush, huh? By the way. Same on the other eye. I use again a little bit. I just grabbed a little bit of dirty tan. What you want to do again is grab again the concealer brush. I know I keep on going back with the concealer brush, but I'm not applying more product. It's just what it is. It helps me better blend. And hopefully, am I removing? No. Okay. Sometimes I'm afraid I'm removing instead of applying. Okay. Now, what you want to do is you can actually line your upper and lower lash line, like inner rim, under eye and inner rim. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it like this. And what we're going to do is, by the way, I'm going to do my lips also and apply lashes. Okay, now that's really wide and that, what did I do? That's not something I was supposed to do. Excuse me. I was trying to find, I don't have a cell of water. Nope. No micellar water here. To use a wipe. Alright. Much better. Okay, now, since I still have to put on my lashes, I'm gonna, I saw I have a balm, a lip balm somewhere here, and I'm going, oh, maybe this was the sound that the girl was hearing before. This is my background. It's a cardboard. Is the lip balm here? Found it. Somewhere I have a lip balm. Spatula. Grab some lip balm. And just use my back of my hand. Okay. And apply. So that in the meantime that I apply my lashes, my lips get hydrated. Now, I'm sorry, I didn't scrub my lips, so they're a little bit dry. Hopefully, we will manage anyway. Okay. What else? Lashes. Now, for lashes, I wanted to use, I've never used these, they are new. They're still in a new packaging, as you can see. These are from BPerfect, one of my favorite brand. Especially, I love their lashes. I mean, I love the palettes and the lashes as well. And we're gonna use these ones, which the name is Inspire. And by the way, I forgot to apply something. Okay, so while I open these, okay. Sorry, sometimes I forget. Okay. We want this to be a Christmassy look, right? A festive look. So this is a brown smoky eye. Round. We have eyeliner. We're missing highlight and highlighter here in that corner. So I'm going to use the same palette, Clientelle Gel palette. We're going to use this shade over here, kind of like shimmery champagne shade. Pencil brush and apply inner corner. Can you see? Ooh, I like it. Sorry, I was like with my mouth open. A little bit more, especially here, like inner corner. Yeah, that's where you want to place it. I like it. I like it. Now, if you want to make it even more Christmassy, while we wait, what you can do is apply with your middle finger a shimmery shade. Now, we have here some browns, and I might go, let me just test them. I go with this one, which will be really pretty. I was just checking. This one. Ooh, wow, that's a lovely champagne shade. Ooh, wow, look at these. These are so pretty. These are really pretty. I like it. So I tried Date Night, Luxe, and False. Oh, sorry, you can't see. Date Night, Luxe, and Boss are these three shades over here. I think I'm gonna go with this one. So it's like Date Night. Let's try, and I'm gonna go in the middle of the lid. Ooh, nicey. Nicey, we like that. It gives you that a little bit, how can I say, that more like Christmassy, festive. But not too much, you know? So I could have left it as it was, but you know, we're doing this for Christmas, right? And I'm bringing it upwards, by the way, huh? Towards my crease. Middle and towards the crease. Can you see? With our fingers. Nicey. I like it. I like it. Smooth any creases. Okay, I love it. I love it. Lashes to complete the look, because why not? Okay, now actually you could finish the look like here, put on some mascara, red lipsticks, and you're done. But as I said, I'm a makeup artist, and of course I need to show you the whole application, like what I would do for a festive makeup look. And plus you can follow along, you can do it all with me, like me, or you can stop where you want, or you can add your own touch. So, lashes. Now, as you can see, these are not too long. These are not the usual long lashes. I went for more of the naturalish side. Fluffy, but not so long. Now, a little thing. I need to trim, probably. Sorry. Yeah. So, tweezers. Just get rid of this. Okay. So, I need a little mirror, tweezers, scissors, and lashes. Okay, let's hold the lash. Here we go. And I like it. I like how the structure of the lashes. I love these lashes. They have really good lashes. The strip is in silicone, transparent silicone, and I really love how comfortable they are. Like this brand. Ooh, actually, I could not trim it. This actually looks nice. Looks perfect. It looks perfect size for my eye. Yeah. No trimming. No need. Fantastic. I love when I don't need to trim my lashes. I'll just cut. I see like a little bit of silicone at the end. So I'm going to cut that and at the beginning, but that's it. That's it. Lash glue. Now, for lash glue, I'm going to use my favorite lash glue, which has this here. Here it is. It's from Kiss, and it's their brand I and By. And here they are. Let's apply. The glue, this is transparent, by the way. So then I'm going to wait for the glue to become tacky. So that then I can apply the lash. Now make sure that you have both ends well covered in glue, in lash glue. I love the skin. I like how luminous it is. But the only thing is that it moves too much. Can you see it's crazy? I need to find a solution for that. Yep. I need to find a solution for that. Okay. I'm waiting for the glue to get tacky in the meantime. So, to wait for the glue to get tacky, what you want to do is to test it, finger test. So if it kind of sticks to the finger and it leaves like a small, a small string, that's when it's tacky. This is also another way. Okay. Look down and attach. Start from the center. Center. Outer and inner. I'm sorry, but I have problems with cats. Like, I have a lot of cats outside. I have one cat at home. But some of the cats outside know how to open windows, or actually, not the window, but the mosquito net. So now I think, I can't see, but I think one of my windows is open. And I just heard the mosquito net. So like, crack. So I'm looking like, will one of the cats enter or not? Anyway. just push the lash. This lash is beautiful. I love it. Ooh. I need to buy another one, another pair. Inspire. These are, they are like not collab, like they're not classic. They're how can I say? They're always continuous lash collection. They do have some collaborations, but this is like you'll always find these, and I love them. I really love their continuous collection. I have I think 9 pairs, not of this one, but like of their lash collection. But I'm for sure getting another pair of these. Yeah. Wait, it just fell on my lap, but it fell. Okay. So let me cut a little excess. Okay. Let's apply glue. Ooh, I love lashes. I think I'm gonna wear these tomorrow. So as I was saying before, probably tomorrow I need to do this live. We're gonna do another makeup look, and I probably need to do it like not at this time for sure, but much more earlier. So you might wanna like watch it later if you can't make it. I will leave these lives on my Facebook account and of course on my YouTube. Thank you, Cassie. I like them too. Can you see? They're so pretty. And sono bellissime. And yeah, I might do another makeup. As I said, I'm gonna do 5 lives, festive holidays makeup looks. And as I was saying, no, I didn't say this, but I was thinking it. We are going to increase little by little the maybe difficulty. Like this was done with only 2 colors, like a dark brown and a dark light brown and dark brown. And yeah, we did apply a little bit of like, you know, the shimmer and little things, little touches, but still, it's not difficult. And while we might increase the difficulty as we go forward, the level of difficulty. Now, yeah, this was a little touchy. And what we want to do, like I already found what I want to do tomorrow, but I forgot. Like I have to decide between 2. Because tomorrow night, actually tomorrow is my mother's birthday. We're going outside, so I cannot be here in the evening. But of course, I need to do my makeup before because I want to look nice and, you know, for my mother's birthday. And actually, it would be nice if I could do my mother's makeup, but I don't know how much feasible that is unless I do it in the morning and she stays from morning to night, but that might not be an option. Also, because tomorrow afternoon I have things to do as well. But in the meantime, this is becoming tacky. So tomorrow I might do this live earlier, but you can still watch it, as I said. And yeah, the next day will be fine at 9 o'clock my time and probably earlier for you. Girl, these are my favorite lashes. These lashes are my favorite. Nothing to say. Sono le mie ciglia preferite. Inspire. just cleaning any creasing that might occur. Okay, let's do the lips now. I'm not going to line them. I'm just going to apply a red lip. Again, I'm going to use a lipstick that I like. And a gloss. Yeah. So the lipstick is a red lipstick and it's Pera. It's a Korean brand and it's Airy Ink Velvet and the color is red. Sorry, but I don't have the thing with me. Chuggy Pumchal. Chuggy Pumchal. I think it's like red something. By the way, I know how to read Korean now, just for your info. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I did take a Korean exam for those who don't know. So I do know how a little bit of Korean. I'm still studying. And by the way, it smells nice. And yeah, if you are looking to buy this lipstick, I bought this one on Yes Style. And again, as I said before, I do have a discount code. I will link it. And it's my affiliation code. As you know, I love Korean products, so. Chuchu. Hitcha. No, Chuchu. Chuchu. I like this shade because yes, it's red and plus it looks like a little bit like velvety. I have this velvet finish, which is really pretty. Now, don't worry about any mistake. We are going to grab a Q-tip. This is what we're going to do. Choo-choo. I'm using a Q-tip to smoothen the lip line. I think it's pretty. Okay, now, if I'm gonna apply lip balm because I like it too much. I like the velvet finish, by the way. Now, I'm looking if it's not on my teeth, because it may go on your teeth. Remember to do this. I know it looks not nice, but by doing this, basically you're cleaning the inner parts of your lips and will avoid lipstick getting on your teeth. And if you want and you don't like the velvety, you can apply gloss on top. Now I'm gonna do it with my finger because I don't want the tip here to get dirty. Just a gloss. I'll apply it in the middle. You want to be more extra? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to, grazie, get a little bit of the highlight. Sorry, first I need to dry my hands, otherwise I'm not gonna be. Okay, dry my hands. Get a little bit of the highlight, and can you see? Apply it in the middle of the lips. Ooh. So it gives you a little bit of, kind of a little bit of highlight. So let me clean my fingers. Alrighty. I think we can call this finished. So just getting away any crease that may have a cord. Oh, by the way, forgot. No, don't tell me I didn't bring my setting spray with me. I wanted to set it like with the setting spray, but I forgot to bring it with me. Whatever. And you should apply setting spray to give it a glow. So let's bring my hair down, so to look like more festive, appropriate, or you know, and yeah, hopefully it will set. So this is the look, and I hope. Righty. Okay, so this is my version of the brown smoky eye, round shape, a little bit of eyeliner, red lips. You can also use it with nude lipstick, with a nude lipstick. Can you see? Sorry. You know, normal. And as I said, you can also apply a nude lipstick, and that's another type of look that you can use if you don't want to apply red. And yeah, that's it. So thank you for joining my live tonight, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Cassie. Hopefully my lipstick, it went all over my teeth. So I'm showing you because it's normal. It happens to everybody. Probably I didn't do it correctly. Yeah. Sorry, I know it doesn't look nice, but this is a way to avoid. Okay, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow or after tomorrow, or anyway, I'm trying to do 5 lives, 5 makeup looks. This is 1, and we have 4 more to go for Christmas, festive, holiday makeup looks with me. You can follow along. I will be posting beforehand the makeup look, what are we going to use, and when the live is going to happen. And hopefully I will not delete the Facebook event like I did today. And I hope that you will like it, and I'll see you tomorrow. And yes, as I said before, tomorrow I'm going to be on earlier, as I will not be able to do it the night. And yeah, I'll post maybe later what type of makeup we're going to do. By the way, if you have any requests, please do write it in my DMs, in my comments, or anything. If you want to learn something, these are for you. These lives are for you, to teach you how to do this makeup. No secrets, no filters, everything as a makeup artist would do it on you. And what can I do more for you? I hope that's really the best I can give you. And yeah, I'm providing you all the info for free. So good night and thank you for joining. Bye. Ta-ta.